Happy New Year, Munchie Mafia! Tonight we are doing our first dinner for 2025. We're doing pork tenderloin and creamed corn and mashed potatoes. So let's get to it. Okay, so first off, I want to thank Killing It and Grilling It one more time for this wonderful seasoning. And it is Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning. It's made in Nebraska and it's all natural. It's got lots of goodies in there. I'll have the link posted later. So I opened up my pork tenderloin and realized it was one big ass pork tenderloin, which is not going to work for me for what I was planning to do with this. Plus, there's only two of us, so there was really no need to do that. I'm just going to cut the rest of them in pork chops. So I got Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning right here. I got some kosher salt right here. We're going to go really aggressive. And what I did do with this is I had scored the fat instead of just trimming it all off because we want it to catch all those goodies in there. So we're just gonna kind of spread the score apart a little bit, get it into the little crevices, because we're gonna let this go nice and easy in the oven. But first, we're going to sear it on the stove in my cast iron, and then just pop the cast iron right in the oven. Okay, so now we got that. Now we're gonna just go over that with some salt and just make sure that it gets all in there. Lift it up if need be to expose the crevices. Just go and just do a little bit more. Pack it in there. Just pack it in there and pack it in there. Just like so. So this is almost my last hurrah before starting my new job. Doesn't mean that I'm going to quit doing YouTube. I'm still going to be doing that. It's just that I just don't know when. I got to figure out my schedules and stuff like that. But for right now, we got this beautiful thing. And I just love pork. What was really nice was, okay, so mind you, this is half of one, right? It's the size of my cutting board. It was $6 off at Costco. So basically I paid like $8 for this giant pork tenderloin. I was pretty happy about that. All right, so my pan is nice and smoking. We're going to give it some olive oil. We already have the mashed potato on the back burner. That's going to go for a little while. Yeah, I know. You've seen mashed potatoes a whole lot of times before. Blah, blah, blah. What's so special about this? Blah, blah, blah. Well, this is my smashed potato, which is a little bit different. We're going to turn the oven up to 400 degrees. Probably actually not that high. Oh, shoot. It's not going to fit. All right. So, well, honey, I think we're stuck just having half of this.
I think half is plenty.
Half is plenty? Okay. Now, do we want the center or do we want the end?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay, so let's go with the centerpiece. All right, so tappy, tappy, tappy on the handle. Got a nice hot pan. Now, when you're putting it down, lay it down gently. Don't just throw it in there. You know, we might be able to fit both of them side by side. Take a looky here. See what we can do. Yeah. And put both of them side by side. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Put this away. Don't need that anymore. I'm gonna walk around the kitchen equipment. Okay. We're just gonna forget about this for a little while. We want a pretty good hard sear on that. Clean this table off a little bit. All right, so what I have in this pot is a really nice, super sweet frozen corn that's been fire roasted. You know, it's winter time and it's not really corn season anymore, so we have to make do. And Timmy really enjoyed that creamed corn that I made, so we're gonna do it again. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take a little smidge of this cornstarch, okay, and we're going to just coat the kernels very gently in the cornstarch. Pretty much the only time when I really agree with the use of cornstarch. We don't want a lot of it, but we want enough to just gently coat. This is going to be 2 small bags of corn. I'm actually cooking for 2 days. Alrighty. So there we have that. And the last time I made this creamed corn, we put some of this Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning in there, but I added a little bit more to it because I really wanted it to really flavor that a lot. So we're just going to start with putting in a whole lot. Thankfully, Killing It and Grilling It sent a whole lot of it, so I really don't have any problem buying more. I noticed that they have like a big commercial sized tub of it for sale on their website. Okay, now we're going to just go over it with some heavy cream. And we're going to give it some chicken broth. Now, the amount of liquid that we're looking for is to make sure that, you know, it's evenly coated and it comes up just a little bit above. Okay, so there we have that. And we've got some good floaties going on. So let's take that off, cap this back up. And we're just going to stick it on a burner. Put the lid on. In case you haven't noticed, I really love cast iron. We're just going to set it to a 4. Okay, so now we're going to come back over here to our beautiful pork tenderloin. We're going to take a lookie and see where our sear is on this. We do want a really good sear on it. As soon as I find my fork, there's my fork. Lift it up very carefully. Oh yeah. Got a good sear going on. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of fat on here, so scoring it like that is going to make it look nice and pretty, for one, and number 2, it's going to really help a lot with the with rendering. We're going to actually turn this down to a 375 degrees, not 400. So we're just going to let this do its thing for a little bit. And yeah, it's got a nice crispy to it. It's going to be even crispier once we get it in the oven because the fat will render down. All right, so let's get a sear on the sides. as well. So we really want to sear in those juices. We don't want too much leakage. Okay, there we have that. Now we'll go over to this one. It doesn't take much to get that seared off. Get the ends as well. All right. Now, depending on how you like your pork, you can actually eat pork medium now. There's trichinosis has not been a thing in a while. It's been pretty much eradicated. However, a lot of people think, oh, medium pork, no thank you. So it all depends on how you like your pork. I've seen it even taken to just above medium rare. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this down to a 3. And we're going to move the corn over. We're going to pop this into the oven. And we're going to come back and check on it in a little bit. There's that. And we're going to pop this over here. Turn off this other front so the kitties don't burn themselves, because I know that they're going to want to get up on this onto the thing. We're going to turn that down. And actually go in and check our potatoes. Potatoes have got another 10 minutes or so. So, all right, Munchie Mafia, we will be right back. And we're back. We are now going to rest our pork tenderloin for a little bit. And while we're letting that get happy in the pan, we're going to dice up some of this chive to add to our potato. So let's see. Oh wow, you know what? All right, maybe this knife might have redeemed itself a little bit. It's actually cutting through this quite well. Didn't cut well through paper, but it's definitely an improvement. I think what I need to do is I just need to work on it a little bit more and then determine later if it's going to end up in the yard sale pile or not. So we will soon see. It's just really kind of annoying because really like a good knife. A good knife is your best friend in the kitchen, because as long as your knife is very sharp and it works well, it improves your chances of having your finger put back on. I know that was a little morbid, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to add our chive. Get this cutting board out of the way. Happy knife. All right, and now where did I just pulled it out of the refrigerator? Timmy, never mind. I'm a dangling today. One too many shots yesterday, I guess. I don't know. So this is Sargento's 4-state cheddar. We're going to add that to our mashed potato. And let's see, any idea where my potato masher is? It's in my pan. Yes. All right, so now I'm just going to go mashy, mashy, mashy. And these are red potatoes. What I did was I just quartered them and called it a day. Threw it in the pot, forgot about it. Now, one of the things about these these waxy potatoes is that they do mash pretty well, but at the same time, they can be they can get a little waterlogged. So you want to, if you notice that they're a little on the wet side, just pitch them back in the pot and just let them sit on the burner that you had it on, with the burner turned off, and just stir it around a little bit here and there. And that way you can get some of that water evaporated. Okay. I don't want to break my potato masher. All right. Bacon crumbles because I just didn't want to deal with bacon. Gotta have bacon bits. Now you can put real bacon bits. I mean, these are real bacon bits. They're just, you know, they're good bacon bits for when you need bacon bits in a pinch. I don't want to have to open up a 2-pound pack. Wow. Okay. That didn't sound good. Queefing's not allowed on the Food Channel. All right. Did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. Do I feel bad about saying it? No, I don't. Okay. I'm just going to give it a good mashy. You might need to add a little bit more sour cream. Oh, but why not just put milk in there or something else? Well, because I like sour cream. And it's farting. I just like sour cream. Now, when I'm not feeling up to using sour cream, I like to use buttermilk more. I like the light bit of tang that it has, and it's just good. It's just good stuff. All right. Now you don't want to use a hand mixer because you don't want it to get all gloppy. You want texture to it.
You want lumpy mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you want lumpy mashed potatoes. And since we're not serving with gravy, it's because it's getting cheese and those bacon bits and a bunch of other goodness. You really don't want them smooth. I mean, if you like them smooth, use russet potatoes for one, and number two, cook them however you want it. I'm just showing you our 2025 first dinner. Man, I have a feeling I'm going to have to down like 6 lactates tonight. It's a lot of cheese. We basically put the whole thing in there. All right. And if you really want to get really, really, really fancy, you can add just a little smidge of horseradish. It's up to you. Horseradish is always a good one, especially when I'm making prime rib or steaks or something. Go with it. Some form of red meat, whether it be kangaroo or emu or bison. I don't like using it for elk though. I'm just going to add the rest of this sour cream in here. So this is 14 ounces of sour cream. I know it's a lot of dairy. And just give it a little bit more mashy. And that is loaded smashed potato. Go with the rest of our dinner. Oh, but what's the torch for? Are we going to set fire to the kitchen again? Gonna have another explosion? Who knows? Wreck-It Ralph after all, right? I got turbinado sugar over here too. Okay. So we're going to just pop this back over here, let that rest for a moment. I'm not going to touch that because I know it's going to be hot. Here's our beautiful pork tenderloin. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get that. Spoon. Take a little bit of mustard. Well, mustard. A little bit of mustard. With the back of the spoon, we're going to put some on the back of the spoon. We're just going to rub it on there. Okay. Not a lot. You can use any kind of mustard you like. This one's just a stone ground with horseradish. And this is just going to act as a binder because we're going to put some turbinado sugar on it. Sprinkle some of that on there. I got this all over my hands, all over my workspace, all over everything else, all over me. Oops. Okay, turbinado sugar. This is a crystal sugar. It's very, very coarse. We're just going to sprinkle some of this on. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And it's going to adhere to that mustard that we put on there. Just like so. And most Mexican grocery stores carry this turbinado sugar. Most stores with a decent sized ethnic section also carries that sugar. All right, let's go for it. Now, I don't know if you can see what that looks like, but they're starting to turn a little on the white side. It's starting to brown a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to hit it with the torch. And basically what we're doing is we're just bruleeing the top so it creates a bit of a hard crackle glaze. But not a hell of a lot because diabetes. Oh no, we're running out of fuel. It doesn't feel empty. If you want to use something other than mustard, you can definitely use apple butter if you can find it. Apple butter is a little hard to find around here. Or peach preserves. Just thin it down a little bit. You can thin it down with a little bit of bourbon if you want, but don't do this if you have low ceilings and you have the bourbon. As you can see, it's really getting nice and bubbly. This one's pretty well set. All right. Turn that all the way off. Make sure it's off. All right. Now I'm going to need my cutting board back. Knife. And the fork. Corn is nice and rested. All right. So I let this rest for about 20 minutes. And resting it at 145 degrees. Should have a nice, beautiful medium well. And it just smells delightful. It's nice and moist. Oh, I said the word moist. Got that crackle on there. It's just gorgeous. Oh my goodness, look at that, Timmy. Is that a sight for sore eyes or what? I'll take the center pieces. I'll let you have the ends because those are a little bit more done. Okay? Okay. Oh, tax. Lightly crunchy. You got a little bit of that salt and that seasoning I got from killing it and grilling it. Oh my god. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So Timmy and I like to serve up our dinners family style. Oh shoot. Some of the juice is dribbling away. All right. Create a dam with our towel. All right. Now, what we're going to do, get ourselves the mashed potato. Well, I'm kind of wondering, maybe I should just put it on a regular plate, huh? Because this is going to be a little bit of a mess. That's not really something that we're going to be dribbling all over each other. Not that that's bad, but all right. So let's start with our mashed potato. And then we're gonna get, how many pieces do you think you want? 2 or 3?
3.
3? Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna just do it this way. Go. 1 and 2. Potato. I'm going to take these 2 little pieces back here. And then we're going to need some little bowls for our corn. Only find one. We're the glass ones. Yummy. All right. Come over here and get some of our corn. Try to plop it right into the bowl without making a mess. Creamed corn. And of course, as always, adjust with salt as you go. Don't just throw a bunch in and think that that's going to be it, because that's not always the case. I'll just take this. Alrighty, Roo. And there we have it. We have pork tenderloin, loaded smashed potato, and cream corn. So here we have our our plate. Now, if you want, you can put some pan jus. Just when you pull the pork out, just take a taste of it. You might have to hit it with some chicken stock, and then throw some knobs of butter in there, and whisk it around, and it'll get nice and emulsified. But there we have it. I can get on the camera, right? There we go. All right, Munchie Mafia. So that is it for the night. Thank you so much for watching, and hope that you have a wonderful night. Don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion. Good night, all.